tells the story of a married man who finds himself the center of attention of a woman who is very fascinated by him. Even though they are loyal to their partner, women cannot resist their desire to have him. She often pursues the man in various ways, entering his personal life by sending messages and following his steps. Even though the man tries to keep his distance and be loyal to his wife, it still creates deep internal conflict. Okay, let's start the storyline. At the beginning of the film, we are shown a husband and wife who have just bought a new house, Derek and Sharon. They went in to look at the rooms. They saw all the rooms were still empty. It's 7 o'clock now, and it's time for Derek to go to the office. On the way to the office, Derek looked very happy, while his wife was busy filling the furniture in her new house. After Derek arrived at the office, he had to take the elevator because he worked on the top floor. At that time, all the employees had come down, only Derek and a beautiful woman named Lisa. To lighten the mood, Lisa greeted Derek, and yes, they started talking. Lisa accidentally dropped her book, and at that time, Lisa also accidentally touched Derek's hand. When Derek was in a meeting with his colleagues, suddenly Lisa walked in front of them and their eyes fell on Lisa. Please note that Lisa is a new employee at Derek's office, so not many people know about her. Before Derek goes home, Lisa greets him and they start to get to know each other. Lisa looked interested. The next day, Derek returned to the office to work. How surprised Derek was when he found out that today Lisa was working as his assistant. They then discussed the office Christmas party which would be held in a few days. Lisa started to another conversation with Derek and hoping there would be more familiarity. Today Derek brought Sharon and her child to the office. While they were chatting, Lisa approached Derek to give him hot coffee, and at that moment Lisa recognized Sharon. Then Lisa left to continue her work. Meanwhile, when Derek went to the back to get a drink, it turned out that Lisa was there crying. Derek tried to cheer up Lisa by telling a little joke. Lisa told her that her boyfriend was already in a relationship with another woman. Derek then encouraged her so that Lisa could easily find a better man. Derek also said that if he wasn't married, maybe he would approach Lisa, while Lisa said that if only she were Sharon, her life would be very happy. Now the party was going on. Lisa didn't want to waste this opportunity and continued to approach Derek. Time passed so quickly. Derek had to go home immediately because he was afraid that Sharon would be angry, but Derek's friend told him to stay here until 12 o'clock. But at that time Derek went to the toilet and it turned out that Lisa was following him from behind. There Lisa tried to seduce Derek, but Derek was not tempted by Lisa at all. While an employee went to the toilet and looked under the door, after that Derek left Lisa and went straight home. The next day as usual Derek returned to the office to work. As he was walking towards his office Derek passed Lisa. Lisa greeted him as if nothing had happened last night. Not long after Derek sat in his work chair, Lisa came to take the report from Derek, but at that time Derek hadn't finished it. It's time for the employees to go home. When Derek got into the car he was surprised because Lisa suddenly got into the car. Lisa tried to apologize to Derek for her behavior that night, and yes, Derek forgave her. But apparently Lisa was still showing bad behavior and now Derek couldn't stand looking at Lisa any longer. Finally he got angry at Lisa and told her to get out of the car. When Derek was at the office, he told Ben about what happened to him. Derek said that he would report Lisa's actions to personnel, but Ben didn't seem to agree with Derek's decision. With his mind made up, Derek approached the personnel department, Hank. There Derek was very embarrassed to tell the story, but before Derek told him about what Lisa had done, Hank suddenly interrupted Derek's conversation. Then he said that Lisa no longer worked in that office. When Derek heard this news he was very happy because after this his days would be better without Lisa's interference. Tonight Derek and Sharon had just returned from the New Year's celebration party. Then a notification came into Derek's email. When he opened it it turned out to be an email from Lisa to terrorize Derek. He was very shocked to see all that. That night Derek and his office friends were at a hotel. At that time the drink delivery man gave Derek his favorite drink. He suspected it was Lisa's order. Sharon suddenly called Derek. Then he moved away from there because it was noisy, but at that time Derek was startled by a figure walking towards him and it was Lisa. At that time Lisa tried to avert Derek's gaze, and when she had time she added vitamin A powder into Derek's drink. Derek seemed to stagger when he was about to return to his room. After Derek had rested, Lisa suddenly approached him and I didn't know what she was going to do. In the morning, Derek woke up late. Without taking a shower first, Derek went straight to the meeting room. While the meeting was in progress, suddenly someone whispered that Sharon was there. Derek rushed out to meet Sharon, but it turned out to be Lisa who claimed to be Derek's wife. Because he was annoyed with Lisa's actions, now Derek was a little harsh to get Lisa to give up. Derek told Lisa not to bother him anymore and that there was no special relationship between them. Derek returned to the meeting room, and after the meeting was over, Derek returned to his room. At that time, Derek was shocked by Lisa's presence there, and not only that, Derek was now panicking because he saw Lisa was unconscious. Lisa was then rushed to the hospital, while Sharon, who had not heard from Derek, tried to contact Ben to ask where Derek was. Ben explained that there had been a small incident and Derek was now in hospital. After receiving information from Ben, Sharon rushed to meet Derek at the hospital, but not long after they met, suddenly a detective named Monica came to interrogate Derek. There Monica asked, "Why was Lisa in that room?" The suddenness of the question shocked Sharon, and she thought Derek had betrayed her. Monica suspected that Derek and Lisa had been in a relationship without anyone knowing, and this made Sharon very upset, while Derek kept trying to convince her that he had been framed by Lisa. But this explanation was not enough to convince them. Lisa has now woken up from a coma. She immediately asked Derek, and there Monica stated that Derek would not see her again because she didn't want her household to be destroyed. But there Lisa showed the flowers that Derek had sent, and this made Monica even more convinced that there really was a relationship between them. Would you believe those flowers were a gift from Derek? This problem has an impact on Derek's relationship. Now he only visits the house to pick up his child from playing and take him home, and one day when Derek was about to leave the house, Sharon saw him from the window. After several days passed, Sharon started trying to communicate with Derek, and today coincided with Derek's birthday. Sharon also wished Derek a happy birthday. As an apology, Derek invited Sharon to dinner. There Derek tried to explain further about his relationship with Lisa. He was confused about how to get Sharon to believe him. Throughout the conversation, Derek kept apologizing to Sharon. At that time, Sharon had prepared a gift for Derek, but when Derek was about to open it, Sharon took it back and said, "You open it later after eating." Meanwhile at home, Lisa managed to get in. She claimed to be a close friend of Sharon's, and when the housekeeper tried to stop her from going upstairs, Lisa pretended to call Sharon, and yes, she managed to trick the housekeeper there. Lisa was in his daughter Sharon's room. Then what will Lisa do with the child? On the other hand, Sharon now allows Derek to open his gift, and it turns out that the gift contains the house key, and that indicates that from now on Derek can live there again. And now that Sharon has truly forgiven Derek, they immediately go home. When they got home, the household assistant immediately told them that Sharon's friend was waiting upstairs. They immediately went upstairs to confirm the whereabouts of their child, but they were shocked by the disappearance of their child. Derek, who was panicking, told them to immediately call 911. Derek already suspected that this was all Lisa's doing. Derek hurriedly searched around the house, because he was panicked. Derek intended to look for Lisa on the road, but when he got in the car he found that his child was already in the back seat. After that, they were shocked again by Lisa's actions. It was seen that Lisa had trashed Sharon's room and damaged Sharon's photo. The day passed, Derek returned to the office to work, and today Sharon went out to buy food supplies. But at that time, Derek called her and reminded her to activate the alarm at her house, so Sharon was forced to go home. After arriving at the house, Sharon heard a sound from upstairs, and she went there to find out. After opening the bedroom door, Sharon was surprised to find that Lisa was already there and had designed the room to look romantic. And yes, the fight will start soon. Who will win? After a fierce and tiring fight, it seemed that Lisa was cornered and about to fall, but Sharon felt sorry for her. She tried to help her, but it was all in vain. Lisa finally fell and couldn't be saved. Afterwards, Derek and the police arrive, just as the film ends. What do you think about Lisa's behavior? Is that normal? It is best not to imitate it, because it is a wrong action. The message from this film is don't easily trust strangers because they might have evil intentions, and trust our partner because with mutual trust it is guaranteed that the relationship will last. Thank you for watching. Subscribe now for more interesting content. See you in the next video.